Baatein Unfiltered.
Yo, what's up, babies?
With the most craziest host, Mr. Bob Balla.
Fuck yeah.
What's up?
So yeah, actually, I wanted to ask. You recently watched something, right?
Dude, I watched this fucking trash of a movie last week called Shamshera? No, what is it called? The one with the Ranbir Kapoor one, dude.
Yeah,
Shamshera, fuck. Okay, like pre-recording, we would have like Sher Shah and like other names, but
He had every other Shah. And he's like, isn't that the one with Amitabh Bachchan? I'm like, that is Shahenshah, dude. Like, what the hell?
I'm just glad I didn't say fucking Badshah though.
Oh, that's also there. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the other Shah.
Badshah's the fucking epic of all Shahs, dude. Like,
That's
Actually, I did. Yeah, actually, I really liked that movie.
The movie,
As a
yeah.
kid-
Oh, I love that
As
movie.
a kid, that you know,
They used to come on Z Cinema a lot.
Yeah, those funny gimmicks and
Yeah.
it's like, what is it? Badshah was the movie where like he's a spy and like
He's
in
like,
the-
he has his own
in the-
detective agency sort of a
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
But he's like a very
Well, like a chotu,
chota mota guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Because like towards the end, right, they keep like he's trying to stop this plan of the president or prime minister of India getting killed. CM, sorry, and they're like,
Of Mumbai.
and they use the nickname in this agency Bachi.
But actually, there is a bachi that needs to be kidnapped.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Itni badi bachi.
Dude, so if any of
Sorry, bachi. Oh, damn. I had to just say it.
Exactly. You know that is also the movie where Amrish Puri has that very famous dialogue like "Jab main black dog peeta hoon."
No, it's not that
No,
movie.
Dude, it has to be.
Dude, I can guarantee it's not
It's
that.
not that.
100% it's not that.
I swear to God.
I can guarantee it's not that.
It is. Okay, there is at least in that movie.
Don't say Mogamu.
Oh, no. No, fuck no, I realize. No, I'm wrong. What is that? Okay, no, because Amrish Puri saying that dialogue is in that movie Suryavansham shit.
Dude, he's not even in Surya.
No, dude, there's some bar scene, dude, where I think he
Yeah,
is.
we know where he's.
I know the dialogue.
I know the scene. I've seen the video, but I'm very.
It's not Suryavansham.
It's not Badshah.
It's not
nor
Badshah.
is it Mr. India.
Fuck, okay. Now, Mr. India, fuck that. I mean, actually, no, it's a good movie.
That was
Fuck,
a
I
good
liked
movie.
it. But like the plot is like, you can't see him because he's invisible, but you have red colored glasses, suddenly you are like fucking viewing into the third dimension.
No, so it was like.
Yeah, like
You know, I think it was a movie that was, a little ahead of its time. That's why it
yeah,
blew a lot of
a
people's
little.
mind.
Yeah.
True, yeah.
Because, you saw that movie and you were like, oh, the
Yeah.
acting, the way it was directed was that
True.
in the movie
I
the
guess.
people didn't know where he was, but we could see it, so we were enjoying it.
Yeah.
Because we were like in Anil Kapoor's line of sight, right? So we were able to watch.
Man,
And then you
fucking-
watch this stuff and you think and you're like, what the fuck happened to movies, dude?
Man, not even just what happened to movies. We continue that, but like, fucking Anil Kapoor, dude. This
That
man
man
is a
doesn't
reverse.
go.
He's reverse stage, dude.
I don't
Like,
Fucking
understand it.
scary, dude.
So I saw him face to face when I was
Fuck.
working in Emirates, and some of my soft games,
Yeah.
like, so can we just go and sit in that counter over there? The first 10 business, first class counters.
Yeah.
I was like, why? You guys never want to sit there because it's so deserted and in one corner, like the calm chore people.
Yeah.
Anyways, they were like, no, Anil Kapoor has come.
Ooh.
I was like, what?
Where? Would he
And
even go through first class or would he just like go through like what you did was IO, right?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, he's not an IO, but first class, yeah. So he was going through first class, right? So
Yeah.
he just shows up to the counter for verification on the passport, and then
and he was it like
Oh,
He's like,
Shaka.
first class.
What up
Shaka,
now?
shaka.
What up now? Fuck, dude, he's like take his glasses apart like
Oh, he goes to that ice car.
And he's like, Lord lucky hai to, just then man. So, but dude, he is equally cool in real life, yeah? Super cool.
Dude, but you,
And I'm looking for him. I can see only people's back because they're all facing this agent who's, serving them and stuff. And I'm looking and I see that, I can't tell which one is. And until he turned, it was the coolest looking person in the group. Bright highlighter, orange hoodie and track pant and
Fuck, really?
like killer cool shades. And it's not like he looks bad,
Yeah,
He
he's
looks
rocking.
good. He's rocking it.
But so he's dressed in like the most like loud color.
Yeah, but it's looking cool.
No, but like it makes no sense. Like as a film star, like if I was famous, I would wear the most monotone.
so that
boring
nobody
shit.
like
Exactly.
sees you.
Like who the fuck is this chomo in that orange
Yeah,
hoodie.
but come on,
And then
man.
turns around and says, I'm like, what a boss.
But I mean, he still doesn't beat like Varun Dhawan, who walked through the terminal just in banyan.
Wait, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
He had like his banyan and one track pant, and he's flexing his biceps and like.
Fuck. This is why airlines would start having dress codes, bro.
Yeah, that's exactly why. So anyway, like coming back to the fact that back then you see the movies
Movies
that
were like-
we were watching.
Like Sholay, dude.
Yeah, Sholay is
It's
like
a classic.
classic.
Mr. Sippy, dude, Mr. Sippy. Like
What was Mr. Sippy?
Ramesh
He's
Sippy.
he's a director.
He's a
Oh
director.
fuck! I thought like some
I
cup you were.
made it sound like he's some homie of mine.
No, I thought like some cup you had as a kid. Oh yeah, Mr. Sippy, my
Sippy
cup.
No.
Like so many of like
so many of those
Bachchan movies, dude. Sholay,
Oh,
Amar Akbar Antony. I don't know.
Fuck,
I don't
that's
know how
Classic
many.
Bharat.
I've not watched it so many times, but
No,
yeah.
that's-
Man,
Yadav
Dawn,
Bharat is
the
where-
old Dawn.
Oh, the old
The
Dawn.
old Dawn.
Yeah.
Oh man, there's but like, even comedy back in the day was like crazy epic.
Okay, so
Like I know Nasruddin Shah's one film.
Jana Vidani. Oh my
Fucking
god!
Brilliant, dude.
Yeah.
Thoda khao, thoda pheko.
That, that
Such a time.
the climax of the full Mahabharat
Yeah.
wala. Oh my god, dude.
Like, the way they
Crazy.
did, dude.
and I don't know if you guys have seen Padosan.
Yeah, Padosan, yeah,
Padosan,
I've
you
seen.
see? That movie is like the only movie like my granddad would crack up to. Like any other movie is like okay, yeah, it's funny, I get it. But that movie is like hold your stomach, laugh out
Yeah.
loud,
Oh yeah.
And it's insane. Like even when I watch it, like okay, fine, it's not got your double meaning humor.
Yeah.
It's clean humor.
Clean humor.
And it's
Exactly,
like family humor,
Exactly,
everybody gets it, everybody's laughing.
Yeah.
And then you come few years down the line, you're Masti.
Masti
Masti.
Oh, dude, Masti.
Great.
Dude, what is that one scene in?
Masti was still not that bad.
Dude,
It was good.
Okay, what
It was
is
on the borderline of those comedies,
Yeah,
but it
yeah.
was still good. It was still
There's
clean.
that one, right, where there's three, like Aftab Shabdasani and two other guys.
Yeah,
That's
that's
Dude, like there's that one scene in that movie where like they're in some airport playing dumb charades with their names.
And
That is
then-
such a double meaning joke, dude.
It's in Masti?
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically they're catching a flight to meet the third guy.
Yeah.
And at the airport, they meet this other old friend of theirs.
No, that is Grand Masti. That's just
Yeah, one of the Muslims, yeah.
Fuck, dude. I wish I
And
could
then-
remember what.
Prasad.
But like, what is the line?
हाथ में
Oh my god. It was so bad. Even that other one, तूने मारी entry, घंटियां tongue, and these guys are like, oh, because it's like she's put a silver chastity vest around them. And it's just their things going tongue on that. So like, but
Yeah.
cheesy as fucking shit.
Yeah,
dude.
but like the old, like even old comedies like Hera Fairy, Hera
Oh.
Fairy.
I've never
Hangama.
actually seen the old Hera Fairy.
That even I have not seen.
The
Even
first
even
one.
I have
Not
not
with
seen.
not what's his
Not
name?
with
Ramesh
Amitabh.
Pawar. Not
Amit-
Ramesh Pawar. Fuck, dude.
Ramesh Pawar was cricket man.
Ramesh Pawar. What the hell?
Dude, no.
Dude.
Like,
From where?
where do you pull his
No,
name
fuck,
out?
dude. I'm trying to remember the old guy, dude. Fuck his name.
Paresh Rawal.
Paresh Rawal.
Good, he didn't say Purna wala something like that.
Ramesh Pawar.
You
Oh
know
my.
what Ramesh Pawar does?
Yeah, he's a cricketer in the Indian cricket team, dude. I fucking
He
loved-
was.
He was. I know. He was. I loved it because what he was there in the team for like what, like maybe a year at best.
He was not the most fit guy.
Dude, he was literally
Well, he was
not
so
fit.
cool, dude. He had like the
No.
flashiest
And then
sunglass
the-
and the
Bro.
hair, and he would feel like,
Seeing him playing for India gave me hope. I was like, fuck, dude, koi bhi kar sakta hai ye chutte.
if I look like an 8, I can play.
Dude, because what is it? He was like, so people used to make jokes also because he was an all-rounder. He could bat, ball, and field.
And
He
then
was
like,
a
But
bowler.
he was literally fucking an all-rounder, dude. John.
that is true. But yeah, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, back then movies were like so simple and fun
Yeah.
and
Like, they didn't complexify it. Like, I think because back then, see, movie tickets weren't the cheapest. Like okay,
they
at
were
least
pretty cheap.
I wouldn't
They're
say
pretty
cheap,
cheap.
but like in terms of if you were going to the cinemas, it wouldn't be like okay, like your parents are going for a movie and then you're like, tu ghar pe baith ke motte maar gaan do.
No, but
you would go as a family.
But
Yeah.
there was a different, like, I think back then, people didn't really care too much of what was in the movie. Like, they were, if
Yeah,
you
they
see...
were like, oh, it came, and then they would cover your eyes, and then like, okay.
No, not only that.
Wait, would your parents actually cover your eyes?
Yeah.
No, I mean, not only that, like, even like adults, when they're watching it, obviously the things that don't make sense, like in take any of these movies, Badshah or Sholay, Dawn, whatever. There are scenes which are like illogical, but they didn't really care. Like they just went for the fun of it. And the second thing is, like, I think those guys sort of did it with a lot more conviction, where they were like doing an honest effort. Like if you see now, for example, like I remember once, like Ranbir Kapoor was in this KBC episode, and if you've seen Amar Akbar Aunty, there's a scene over there where all three brothers are giving blood to the same mom, and then that Diya goes and she gets her eyes back and all. So Amitabh Bachchan was like, do you think that'll work now? Like if you do it, you know, if the same thing would work. Yes, he's like, see, it depends on the conviction if you do it. Like if you do it now, like say any Salman Khan movie just over exaggerates it. You know they're trying to make fun of it themselves.
It's like a
so
spoof.
like it's like a spoof. So you're like, man, this is stupid. Like, you know. So like back then it was more, they actually did it with sincerity. Like they, you know, even if it was illogical,
like they believed in it.
They really believed in it.
Like what, like Dabangg 1 and 2, like his fucking hip movements. Oh, Dabangg 3 or 4, what the fuck is the newest one?
3,
The fucking belt is just moving on its own.
Fuck it,
bro.
Every Dabangg he slowly finds a way to dance less.
Yeah.
And he's like, now I don't even need to dance. The belt moves on its own.
Like, imagine whose job it is. Like, some set by some guy. Like,
He's very he's milking someone.
He's like,
He's sitting here. Bhai ka doodh nikalega.
Some director like, zor se hila.
But also, like, now it's like when people think a lot more. Like, see, even if you see, like, say 3 Idiots, okay? Like, that whole scene of that Balatkar and all that, like, it is it's not right if you think about it. Like, you're making jokes on rape and stuff, which back then people didn't really care. Like,
I think people cared, but now it's people care
way too much. That is also
like
there.
Oversensitive.
Yeah, that is also there. Agreed. That is 100% there.
I think people in Bollywood at least are like a lot more tolerant at least. Like in Hollywood, like fuck dude, like a joke like that would probably not fly. But in India,
no, but like see, like say take The Office, dude. Like the amount of, like I'm just saying back then, like the amount of racism and sexual jokes,
dude,
homophobic jokes, like it's crazy.
Everywhere.
It's like obviously now if I think Office came out, there would be two sides. People, one side would really like hate on it. You know?
One of my favorite and most fucked up jokes in that series is, I think there's a scene where Stanley is having a heart attack or fainted.
You are black.
Stanley, you can't die now. Obama is president. Like, it's just like, what the fuck?
Abhi to mila hai tum log ko chance. Uth ja. Yeah, I know that is
so fucked.
That is.
There's a, apparently there's like a cut off version of that scene where
where
it's so he's like, oh guys, so he tells Mindy, who's
Kelly,
sorry, yeah, Kelly, Stanley, and
Daryl,
please stand up.
Congratulations
for Barack Obama being president. And fucking Kelly's like, I'm not black. It's the fucking
It's so messed up.
It's fucking hilarious.
But like, okay, fine. So since we've digressed across genres, like we've talked about Dawn and Amar and comedies.
Exactly.
What is your like go-to genre?
Fucking love comedy.
Like you don't know, like you don't know what to watch, and you're on Netflix and you're like, you go to categories or whatever genres, and then you're like, so what is your go-to like? Okay.
I think comedy,
something, dude.
Comedy probably.
I recently binged Community like an animal, dude.
I have no clue what that is.
Dude,
it's a series. Yeah, it's one of
to
the
watch
series.
Community. So fuck, man. Like, dude, it has I'll say childish, Donald Glover, dude. Fucking hilarious.
It's by the Russo brothers.
Okay.
The same guys who did Stranger Things, right?
Right.
And no, the Marvel.
The Marvel
guys. So yeah, they sort of did it for the first 2 seasons, and then they were out, and then they came back, something like
Dude,
so it's a pretty nice series.
Okay.
Yeah, you should
I
watch
would
that.
not say good, dude. It's fucking epic, dude. In my honest opinion.
Yeah, it's like a very.
But movies,
Movies, like I think like. So a lot of okay, I'm someone who rewatches a lot of stuff. Like if I've watched, say it depends on my mood. Like if I'm watching Office at that point of time, I'll rewatch it like till I literally know everything. I know the scene like by heart. I'm still watching it for some god like some reason.
That's Friends for me.
But then like at some point, like if I'm like thinking of what to watch, maybe I'll start watching like Hera Fairy or something, and I'll keep watching that again for like next 2 weeks. You know, but comedies are like a go-to because it's just like fun.
It makes no sense to me though. Like rewatching something,
Yeah.
I can't do it. Like,
Really?
Really? No.
At all? I've never.
I'm more rewatch than watch new
like
stuff.
literally once I'm done with a series, I'm like done. I won't remember the jokes for shit, but I can't rewatch. I'm like fuck, I've seen it. Like time to move on to different stuff, dude. I cannot.
I think for me it's like a little bit of a comfort kind of thing. Like I know I'm going to be happy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I guess.
Like I know it's my vibe. That's why I would go back and watch it again. But I know what you're saying. So for me, like a go-to for movies would be action.
Oh yeah, dude.
Action comedy.
Yeah.
Or thriller.
Ooh.
So thrillers, yeah.
You know, like those like thrillers, like you know where you're trying to solve.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Like
You've seen the new series that came out, the Indian Butcher, right?
yeah.
Netflix.
Fuck,
Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
I've been meaning to watch it.
It's not
for
like
long.
a thriller.
But it's like a crime doc.
It's a crime. Yeah, it's a crime.
Yeah,
But you have to
docu-series are
like
also
for those like you have to be in a mood to watch it. Like I
like
think
you need to have that whole curiosity and,
Yeah.
because it can get a bit dry with details because they do
Yeah.
dramatize stuff a bit
Yeah.
for you know having episodes.
But like thrillers, yeah, obviously like something like even like a Drishyam, dude. Like I would definitely watch that.
Fuck is this?
Like I watched that in its original language. In
Yeah, I
Malayalam.
watched it in Kannada first. The Ajay Devgan one, dude. The Drishyam.
And then I watched it in.
Fuck, I have no clue what is
Oh, dude, you gotta
What the
watch
hell?
this movie. It is
What is
amazing.
Drishyam?
Dude, you know what this movie is.
No, zero clue.
Drishyam means perspective, right?
Okay, no, now I know.
Okay, so Drishyam.
You know the Ajay Devgan movie where
Dude, the
like,
only one I'm thinking
he's-
where he's like.
he has a family with 2 daughters and there's some crime
Fuck,
thing
no, I
related.
thought I was thinking of Ajay Devgan, the movie where he's like flipping cars and shit, dude.
That's Ajay Devgan, Rohit Shetty, but okay.
Yeah, Rohit
No,
Shetty.
like
Rohit Shetty.
say like a Drishyam is like I would watch that any day. Like
Yeah, that
like
was a good
obviously it's a because it's a thriller it's like a one-time thing, but
Yeah.
you'll still be like oh shit, you know like
The
damn.
plot was mad.
Dude, when I was watching it in Kannada. Okay, I was in Bangalore,
Yeah.
so my cousins had all watched it. My mom was there, and they were like, "Come, let's watch this movie." Yeah. So I obviously like you've seen it.
Yeah.
Starting, it's all like all fun. I'm like, yeah, okay, it's cool. And then suddenly when it like changes,
Yeah.
I'm like, holy shit!
Full dark.
Yeah, I'm
Very
like,
quick, very
whoa,
Damn.
dude, it's like those movies. Like even say like you've seen Badla from
Yeah.
Fuck, that movie's
yeah,
epic.
which is copied from a Spanish movie. There's another Spanish movie called. There's another Spanish movie which is related to.
And it's the same, huh?
It's exactly
The
the
only
same.
difference is that I think it is a guy
The guy instead of a girl, and the lawyer is a
okay.
lady.
Oh, okay, they just switched
And
genders.
the same director, the movie which it's copied from in Spain, that Spanish director has made like a movie about, which also got made in Hindi called The Body, which was a very bad remake.
Okay.
I think one of Rishi Kapoor's last movies or something. It was in Kannada. I had watched it in Kannada called The Game in Tamil also.
The
Yeah.
game.
So
Like
like
Tapsi Pannu.
no,
it's
she's
an
not
old
there.
movie.
It's an
with
old movie.
Abhishek Bachchan and all
No,
that.
not that game. A different game.
Was this another game?
So that Spanish director movie has like a lot of these like
course,
thrillers, like those. And the reason for watching it, I was like, man, this guy's thought process must be like killer, dude.
Dude,
Like,
fuck, man.
like the amount of
It's insane.
Like,
some
thinking
Like, it
that he
depends on
goes-
who wrote that story also,
Yeah,
right? Like
I'm
he,
saying-
he visualized it.
Oh,
no, I'm saying the writer.
Yeah,
is
the
like
writer is
crazy,
has to
like
be crazy.
Even the script is like moving away from Bollywood, but like an example in Hollywood, dude. One of this movies called Memento, which is
Oh,
like the
yeah.
Bollywood
Yeah.
remake being Gajani.
Yeah.
Okay, I've not really seen the
Oh
movie. but-
fuck, dude, that
Moment-
movie is
you gotta watch it,
insane.
dude. You
So
gotta
the
watch it.
movie basically is running 2 timelines in parallel, where basically if you're looking at a timeline, the movie in color is going from start to finish, and there's scenes in black and white
Yeah.
that are running from back to, and you basically meet in the middle, and you have to like fucking use your brain cells, how many ever to connect. Like holy fuck, the ending is in like the middle basically of the movie is crazy, dude. It blows your mind. Like I don't want to spoil it, but yeah, basically.
I mean, whoever's not watched
If
it,
you haven't seen it, man, now fuck you.
you
dude.
live under a fucking rock.
But dude, it's fucking good.
But do you think now it's like more of a superhero time going on?
In Hollywood, yeah, dude. Like, I don't think
Like,
apart from
there's
Marvel.
a big shift in
Yeah.
everything. Like
There's a
in
big-
series, movies. They are the ones who are making like huge money. You know,
I
like,
would say
mad
yes
money.
and no. Like, okay, only reason I'd say no is because of Top Gun Maverick that came out.
Dude, that's Tom Cruise. He
But-
doesn't count. He doesn't count.
He's
That man
like-
is
he's a
that man is a
superhero.
phenomenon. Okay,
Yeah.
like that man doesn't count. He's
But
like,
like,
I've jumped out of this, I've run out of that,
Dude,
I've been
he's
hit by
insane.
this,
Yeah.
He has a fucking
dived in that.
Yeah.
Like,
dude. He has a license for every fucking thing, dude.
yeah, they asked him, and he's like, yeah, I have plane, commercial plane, jet plane, helicopter,
Yeah. Like a
my
fucking
realtor
boat.
license.
He's
I'm
like a boat. He's like, oh yeah, I got that too.
Yeah.
Like every there is
and
nothing.
he's like, realtor. I'm like, you can sell property also, like, you have license for everything. The only thing
Fuck.
missing is license to kill.
Dude, I'm sure he has that, dude. He's in Church of Scientology, dude.
007.
there was,
Dude, he's Church of Scientology, dude. I'm sure he has that.
Yeah.
but like, see, the thing with
But 007.
superhero movies is because like, if you want movies with a lot of like technical work on it, like special effects and all that stuff, like it sort of fits in these kind
But
of movies.
also, I think it's
not
where
in,
you want
yeah.
the audience to
Not-
believe anything is impossible.
I mean, if you see an Inception also, that's got a lot of technicalities in it.
But that's just like
Yeah.
with Tenet. Like
Tenet,
the
yeah.
storyline itself
The
is
whole, okay, that scene, you know, where the
okay,
car...
don't spoil it. I got it came on Netflix, so I have to still watch it.
Ah, okay. So, anyways, there is a scene, it's not spoiling anything for you, but there's a scene where the car flips and it's coming in reverse as these guys are in real life.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's a normal scene.
It's an
Like,
insane.
you will understand that scene towards the end
Once,
of the movie,
okay.
but
Yeah.
just for Christopher Nolan to make that happen, the wiring, to make, and it's not like it's playing in, because one is playing in real life, like in normal
Yeah.
Playing
time,
forward.
and in the same scene there's something happening in reverse,
Yeah.
Mm.
in going in rewind, okay? So to create that,
It's
he
insane.
had to create the car to move
Yeah.
that way, and they
Yeah.
trained the drivers to drive that way to make
Yeah.
it look like it's going in reverse.
Remember, even then, for a movie that good, you know, like I was reading, it got so much flack for their audio mixing. Like, so yeah, Baatein Unfiltered is not the only one suffering
Oh
with
yeah,
audio.
Tenet audio was bad.
Are you saying you're Christopher Nolan?
I am saying I am better. Now it sounds good.
No, but like even okay, so superheroes, yes.
Yeah.
But if you see take like South movies, dude, like they are on some other level.
They didn't need fucking that.
I don't
Dude,
think,
but-
they didn't build on superheroes.
But
They
if
made
you
that-
took
they
a
made
man
the
and
actor
Rajinikanth.
dude, but if you watch like if you've seen RRR, that scene when he comes out with the animals
Oh yeah.
is
It looks
it's
like that
crazy,
Avengers
dude.
assemble line.
Dude, it's like I made the stupid mistake of watching that on my phone on Netflix. But like later when I saw, I was like, holy shit, dude,
I
it
saw
looks
it in the theater. and
amazing.
it jumps out. I was like,
It looks killer. It looks crazy, man. Like
that man, SS Raj.
But he put a
He's-
lot of effort into his physique, right?
I mean,
the actor, yeah,
the
but like,
actors, yeah, they
but
do,
the full vision behind, like
No, no,
the
but-
CGI with the person.
with the
Wait,
person.
I gotta ask you this. What's your opinion on like Bahubali?
I love it, dude.
I love the second one
I
more
love the
actually.
second one more.
I like the
Really?
second,
You like
yeah,
the second one more?
yeah.
So I'll tell you why. The first one, there's a lot of like bakchodi, mountain climbing,
Yeah.
and you know,
Yeah.
you see the kiddish.
Yeah.
version
Yeah,
of
yeah,
it,
yeah.
You know, but on the second part, the way they introduce the father,
Yeah.
you know, and
Yeah.
his rise to,
And second part is where like he's already in
he's
that.
already at power.
It's same with KGF. I love the second part more than the first.
Okay, see, thing is for KGF, okay, so
Like it was crazy,
KGF,
man.
I saw it the first time
I'll
in
explode
theater.
your KGF.
But see, that's the thing. So I needed to watch KGF with you to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Because the first time I saw it, like I was like, what the fuck is this dude? Makes no
That's
sense.
also
to me.
like okay.
Like,
I think that's also because
There were too many people.
Not only
playing
that,
too many parts.
you're exposed to that like actor or cinema for the first, like say for example,
Exactly.
okay, like if you watched, like if that was something like a Shah Rukh Khan movie or something, you know this guy already. You have an image of him already,
Probably,
right?
but like also the fact is, okay, like there was so much happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like I think I missed probably the first
No,
10
like
minutes of
as a Kannadiga who was so excited about it when I watched KGF 1, I didn't like it because I was like, there
I love
were
Yeah.
movies made in like our film industry which were much better, which didn't really get the due of it or credit of it. And I was like, okay, fine. He's trying to make it more pan India, and a lot of people are
Very commercial.
are recognizing
Because that's what
like
Bahubali
the
was the first
Kannada
one to
industry
do
and
that.
all that. But when I watched the second one, I was like, holy shit! Like this guy like really killed it. Like the way they
what
did.
I think is like when he made the first one, super commercial, punchy line.
Yeah.
And it's like punchline after punchline.
Exactly. Yeah.
And like excess dramatization. Like one scene they will keep showing, then they'll
And like it was excess of. So there were like 4 or 5 characters, right?
Yeah.
Those Spartan. Everyone got like some huge entry, and I'm like, man, who's this guy? You know, like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everyone is given like full dramatization.
Exactly,
like
yeah.
hand is coming out first into another hand.
Yeah.
And then he gets out of
Like-
the car. Or they don't show his face. till
Exactly,
the end.
yeah.
Dude, but like, so before I watched KGF 2, like, obviously it was like a week after it got released, so I'm scrolling through Instagram, no spoilers and all, but I just see that one scene of how he enters, like where all these guys are there and they're waiting for him.
Like in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, and then I was like, when I saw it in the theater, I was like, holy shit,
man,
dude, what a
that
scene!
is bad.
The way that guy comes, dude.
The first one like kind of set the platform
Yeah.
for his machoism, his male bravado, ego, whatever you want to call it. Because there are some like things which wouldn't fly today but was still put. Like his whole forcefully telling a girl,
Yeah, I love you,
and forcefully being like, I don't care what you want, I'm gonna kidnap you.
Kidnap you, yeah.
Fucking
stuff
steals his girl
yeah.
from another guy.
And
Like,
he's
nobody
like,
wants.
लेके जाओ तुम्हें रखने and like
Yeah.
मेरे
Yeah.
रखने के लिए. And रखने is
Yeah.
very close to that fuck all word रखेल kind of a thing.
Yeah, like a mistress,
So,
sort of.
Yeah.
and then when people actually talk about it, they're like, we used to do this in Bollywood too, where we used to,
Yeah.
show the machoism and
Yeah.
the male bravado and larger than life guy, and he's
Yeah.
standing thunders and lightning
Yeah.
and all that
Exactly.
stuff. And somewhere down the line, it kind of broke down. And I was watching an episode, like the recent episode of Coffee with Karan, where
Yeah.
Amir Khan came
Mm.
with Kareena Kapoor. Like, it was just day first today.
Yeah.
And he asked him, he's like, you are somewhere to blame that right now the South is like killing it with us. Like, and the Bollywood mentality has shifted and you are somewhere to blame. So Amir's like, what do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean?
He's like, you have created a new whole aspect of Hindi cinema when you came out with Dil Chahta Hai. And then you brought Mangal Pandey with Tare Zameen Par. Then you brought,
Lagan and all stuff.
I mean, yeah.
But
So-
films with meaning.
Yeah, so he's like, so Amir Khan's like, yeah, but they all did successfully well because they touched a certain group. And
Yeah.
they were relatable as fuck. Right?
Exactly. Yeah.
But he says like, yeah, I get what you mean. I made them more realistic to people's real lives. So that may have created a shift. But yeah, we forgot that whole Dawn and Diwar era.
But the thing is, it depends on who, like for me, like say if I like because I was a new fan of Yash, so like when I watched it, I was like, damn, this guy killed it. Okay, like he pulled it off very well. Like the same thing if it's made in Hindi. Okay, like
It
probably
looks like the bug.
probably I would like it maybe if like a Hrithik Roshan was there. Okay. But if like some Salman Khan or some Varun Dhawan, I'll be like, "Ye kya ghatiya hai?" You know,
I
like
think it's because the personality carries forward.
exactly, like you see Amitabh Bachchan, you're like, man, this guy was like cool, like
Yeah,
he was
exactly.
killer.
Fuck. But yeah, like I think honestly, like now Bollywood is trying to catch up to the South, and the prime example coming back to what we fucking started with was the
Shamshera.
Shamshera, dude.
Yeah,
Fucking hell, dude. So I watched Shamshera in theaters, and I think it was Bollywood's, I think, first attempt at an IMAX movie. or
okay, but
But I don't know.
I'll ask you a question here, okay,
Yeah.
which a lot of people did ask later.
something. Yeah,
I've not watched
If
it.
even I've not watched it, but if Shamshera was made as a South film,
I think it would have done better.
like why? What is the reason? Like,
Dude, okay, see, I feel like firstly, like in my head, I compare Shamshera to KGF because I see a similar storyline. Just to give an example, okay, so
Okay.
there's this group of people,
Bandits, dacoits.
Nicoids,
yeah.
okay, yeah,
and they are nomads of some sort. So they go to this one place to kind of set up camp.
Yeah.
The kingdom fucking hates them, kicks them out. They move again, and they keep moving again and again until they find one place. They settle down, and the king is like, "Fuck you guys completely." the British are at this point entered where this kingdom pays the British to get them kicked the fuck out. And basically the British is like, okay, fine, you know, we'll move you to your permanent spot. Relocate them and you chill out. And like at that point they got enslaved and then all of them are enslaved and then one guy gets them all out. And in my head this is very similar to KGF, at least in terms of like there's this group of people that are enslaved. He goes out,
like that.
He comes back to save them and
say
stuff.
like.
But the thing is, okay, like Ranbir Kapoor is a great actor. I actually do like him as an actor. Like he does well.
Yeah.
But there is no those KGF dialogues, dude. Like you know those punchy lines. You know those I feel make a big difference in like the movie itself. Because if serious throughout, and shit keeps happening, and then you're okay, fuck, okay, like yeah, shit happens. But also what I personally find annoying in Shamshera is fucking how many times are we gonna hate the British, dude? Because they play this plot, which is like fuck man.
Plot,
like at this point, like fuck it, dude. I kind of like them, dude. They're nice people.
Like
I
how
also want fish and chips today.
Exactly.
Okay.
But yeah, so as a movie, okay, fine, it's good. It has a storyline. It's like a spoiler, but like fuck it. If you haven't seen the movie, you're not going to.
Yeah.
So in the trailer, they show okay, like Ranbir Kapoor is climbing this wall. He climbs up at some point, and then he suddenly like he's saving these people like towards the end. That's not actually in the movie. So what happens is he climbs this wall, gets to the top, dies. His son fucking saves them all 20 years later.
Oh, so it's like Bahubali then.
Yeah. It's like Bahubali. Yes.
What the fuck, dude?
That's what I genuinely find it as a copy of a South film.
Multiple South films.
Exactly, yeah, they took some from KGF, from Bahubali, and everything. Like,
but I don't know, like the same thing. Like if someone made in the South, it probably would have worked for whatever reason.
I always feel like it would have worked not only because of the dialogues would have been a lot more punchy, plus like I think Bollywood is just not ready for it yet. Because we are like at least I personally feel like a lot of North Indians, I think, we gravitate sometimes to, at least the young generation, I feel we all gravitate towards Hollywood, Marvel and stuff like that.
Okay. But,
I mean, but a huge population in India would still, be connected to India. Like,
exactly,
But like, okay, so like if we're sort of going, what has been your favorite film or director or actor? Like, what has really stood out for you? Any language?
Yes,
from when to when are we saying?
Let's say
all time, Or like some of your favorites.
That's not fair, dude. That's hard.
Yeah, it is.
It's a hard question, but
some of the ones which stood out, you really liked, like
Okay, I really liked Rang De Basanti.
Dude, Rang De Basanti is
I really liked that movie.
Okay.
That is
that is a okay, very nice movie.
Dil Chahta, I think I was still a little too young, but I appreciated it much later, like when I watched it. To understand those friend dynamics and stuff.
Yeah.
And what each friend goes
through,
in their own lives. And like I didn't understand Akshay Khanna's part at all.
Oh, yeah,
but his part
when I watched it the first time
is very underrated.
His part
is the most depth.
Exactly.
You know? And the whole Akash's life and Saif Ali Khan's chill attitude. One chill friend who's just happy-go-lucky, everything just falls into place somehow or the other. So that guy. So I was like, fucking perfect, okay? So that was that. Then another movie I think that I really like saw was like, oh fuck, this is the first time I'm seeing like a proper motor car or auto-related chase scene was Dhoom.
Oh,
when Dhoom came,
dude, when Dhoom came,
fuck bikes,
dude,
like what's happening,
dude, man, dude, John Abraham with that, dude, I was like,
dude, is a new movie or some shit, dude?
Okay. I'm sure he is.
Yeah, but like in that, like he really killed that,
and then when
he did justice
in the second part they brought
and Hrithik, I was like, whoa,
bro, I was like perfect elevation of the movie.
Yeah.
You know, that was like and then the third part just cracked.
The double roll.
For me, I think like it's a very underrated. I don't know, like some people liked it, some people didn't. But like one of my all-time favorites is this movie called Luck by Chance.
That's
by Zoya Akhtar. Like it's her first movie, but okay, a lot of people obviously liked Zindagi Na Mili Dobara and all that. But which also I like. But like I love Luck by Chance. Like I don't know why, but the whole writing of it, like I've watched it so many times on Z. I can't really rewatch it on Netflix, but I watched it with my dad on Z. Like there's so much underlying humor and satire and depth to what they're saying and all. Or probably because like I had that dream of going and doing like some writing or singing or whatever and all. But I love that movie, and I feel like for me, like personally, I feel like Zoya Akhtar and like a Raju Hirani are like have that different level, dude. Like their movies are like if you see any Raju Hirani movie, like man, this guy's going to come with some blockbuster, dude. Like you know that. Like he just has a different level of the.
So for me, like that talent-related movie was Gully Boy.
Gali again. So
At the end when he stands on the stage, right?
And like he made it, like he made it. Yeah.
He's like on the stage. He's won the contest.
Oh my god.
And then after that, his dad is there like crying and
Yeah.
standing. Oh, bro, that scene made me melt. Bro.
Right,
like, I saw myself there. I was like, fuck, that's me. That's gonna be me one day.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, oh, like.
This is a way they.
But Gully Boy was like a huge hit. Okay,
But no, one song with Gully Boy that really
Apna
fucking.
Time Aayega.
No, that's always a classic, but no. Socho kitni duri hai. Fuck, dude. That
Dude,
song
the
is-
parallels in that, like it's like
exactly.
he's driving and that rich girl is in the back, right?
Exactly.
Dude, they're like those are the things like when you see movies like say for example like Zoya Akhtar or Raju Hirani, like they have such scenes which like really are like kill you and like it really hits you. Like even for example Sanju, like his dad passed away and then he says that speech to his dad later, right? Like the whole dynamic of that is like, oh man.
Like if you would have just said it that
night. When in that awards, it's
You not seen Sanju? No. Come on, dude. Get out of this.
But even Zindagi, like even if it was commercial, again it was a great movie. Like it was a great movie.
Nice movie.
Dil Dhadakne Do, I love that movie.
Again, I haven't seen that movie.
That was okay. I mean, that was still okay, but I think that whole commercializing Galia when Delhi Belly came out.
Oh yeah, Delhi Belly's
Delhi
my
Belly.
fucking movie, dude.
To expect it from Amir Khan's productions.
Yeah.
That was a mental scene,
Yeah.
dude. Like altogether, like that was crazy.
But like for fucking movies, okay, like something that's very underrated, I think a lot of people don't talk about is Fight Club. Brad Pitt and
Not the Zahid Khan.
not the Fight Club.
You know what? Yeah.
Fuck me, dude.
What crap,
Dude, so because you were seeing
Yeah, you said Fight Club is one of your
copying,
favorites.
dude.
Yeah.
There's so much copy.
Yeah,
It's not even the same, dude. It's not even the same. It's like the idea is copied, but the implementation is tutty.
Yeah.
Like literally, fucking, I could go to my bathroom 10 meters away, take a shit. That would be better than fucking Zahid Khan's acting, bro. But I fucking love that.
Mehuna was good, yeah.
Zahid Khan.
Dude, but I love Mehuna and I love
We
Zahid
have to
Khan.
tag him in this episode, dude.
I'll be like, bro, Bob compares you to his long 30s.
Like, fuck. But like Fight Club, dude. So there's like a very similar scene, I feel, maybe in Sanju, where like when he says a very touchy, emotional speech to his dad in Fight Club, randomly, okay? So Brad Pitt and I don't know, I can't remember. Edward Norton fucking just randomly stop at this gas station and the cash register attendant, they just take him out back and then like fucking gun to his head. They're like, what do you want to be? He's like, I don't know, he's fucking scared.
Yeah.
He's just like fucking losing his mind. He's like, what do you want to be? He's like, veterinarian. And then he's like, okay. He goes through his wallet. He's like, I see you have a student ID. When's your fucking class? He's like, nah, I dropped out. And then like Brad Pitt basically lays into him, like puts the fear into him that I will fucking kill you
If you don't,
If you don't
you're
know.
not a vet. Like he's like, I have your ID. I know where you live. If in 6 months I don't see that you're closer to being a veterinarian, you're fucking dead. And he has all these things is while there's a gun to the back of his head. And then like the guy runs away. Edward Norton and Brad Pitt are like, what the fuck? Like why did you say that to him? Brad Pitt is like, tomorrow morning this man is going to be driven by the most powerful drug in the world.
Fear.
And it blows my... It's not exactly the dialogue he says, but like it conveys an emotion. I'm like, fucking brilliant of a scene.
And that is actually
It's
very
so
true,
true.
bro. A lot of people do a lot of things in their day-to-day life just out of fear.
Yeah.
Like how if I don't work, who's gonna pay my rent?
Exactly.
Who's gonna take care of this? Who's gonna do that? Who's gonna like?
Yeah.
And then a close second to like that emotion type in a movie, Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift.
Oh.
Not just any Fast and Furious, but Tokyo Drift itself is fucking brilliant, dude.
Yeah.
Like in the opening scene itself, they show you like just how fucked up the world is. When the song is playing and he's in the auto body shop and this random kid is just spray painting his belly like randomly, and like he just goes up, he sees, he's like, fuck it, and just carries on with his.
And then they walk through metal detectors into the school.
Exactly.
Yeah. But that was also like, I think
Yeah.
that movie was also too good. Like Fast and Furious changed the whole idea of what can be done with cars. But then they fucked
Like now it's fucked.
Yeah,
now it's beyond
like
they sent a man to space. It took NASA like fucking years to figure it out. They sent a dog first just so they wouldn't have to lose a human life. And then these fucking, who do you get? Ludacris sent Tyrese Gibson in fucking space.
Oh my god.
Like the dumbest shit.
Like
Dude.
that was like pushing into another level.
This is like the Hera Fairy 2 at the end.
Like
bro.
now it's like they're just bringing in people for the fuck of it.
But yeah, just
like,
for
Vin Diesel was like, yeah, I brought Cardi B in for a cameo because my daughter wanted her to be in the movie. He legit said that.
Yeah.
Fucking brilliant. But dude, Vin Diesel, okay, another guy. Fucking great action star like in Triple X and all this stuff.
Yeah.
His comedy is even fucking good as well. Like, what is this one movie he has? The Babysitter or something?
Pacifier.
The Pacifier. Holy fuck, it's hilarious.
That was in his initial days, yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. Fuck, movies. It's just something. I feel like, at least in India, the South is killing it.
Yeah, right
No
now
joke.
they're
Yeah, right
For
now,
sure.
like, they're really getting it.
for
It's
sure.
insane. Like, what is it? Even recently, there was this not KRK, but Kamal Khan, right?
That's good.
Kamal Khan, yeah, same one. KRK only.
No, KRK the Chutia one, right?
Kamal Hassan.
Kamal Hassan, thank you.
Oh,
Dude, did you just compare Kamal Hassan to KRK?
I think we should end it.
I
on
think
that
we should
one.
end
Oh
it.
my god. Don't even continue talking about
Oh
it.
my god, dude.
Thank you so much for watching Baatein Unfiltered. We will see you
Please.
next week.
Drop in your comments on your favorite movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, you bitch.
Like, share, subscribe.
Fuck yeah, do that, you slut.
Bye bye.